Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to look at the Piccolo and Krillin card that has just awakened on Global from the farmable Piccolo. This unit is going to be very, very good for the Heavenly Events team, which is what we're going to be showing them on today. So they are a free-to-play leader for the category, 3 key 50% to stats. Their super attack is the Explosive Demon Wave and Kamehameha. Raises attack and defense 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy. And then their passive is attack and defense 100%. Then they get an additional attack and defense 100% when there is a Kid Gohan on the team. Then they get another additional 100% attack and defense and foresee enemy super attacks when there's a Kid Gohan in the same turn. Then they are also a Heavenly Events support unit for 3 key and 30% attack and defense. So, I mean, we're going to see how well they perform in this video, but I'm probably going to call the video something like this. But, like, this is how you do a free-to-play unit. Like, if you compare this unit to, like, Zarbon and Dodoria, even with their Easy A, this unit is so much better than them, it's not even funny. Like, even if they don't have a Kid Gohan on the turn, but he's just on the team, they still get 200% attack and defense, and then, of course, they are getting their own support passive as well. So, they are really, really good. Obviously, they're brand new, I haven't link leveled them or anything. I don't like, really, to link level units that haven't awakened yet. But I did go, obviously, 15 additional 8 crit 3 dodge. You want to try and get that double super, because then they'll get the double attack and defense raise for 1 turn. So I brought a pretty random Heavenly Events team. I also threw Kabe on here, because obviously Gohan's leader skill is Heavenly Events and Bond of Master and Disciple, and he is the super STR 50% support unit, so it's not exactly the most realistic representation of what they're going to look like in some of the harder events. When you have, like, you know, you're not going to have Kabe on that team. But anyway, so we have a Kid Gohan on the rotation. Actually, no, this is Youth Gohan. So we don't have a Kid Gohan on rotation for this turn. They're starting off with 114k defense. So this is with their just 200% from their passive. So not too bad. Obviously, they raise defense on super attack. So that's going to jump up to somewhere just below about 150k, I would say, after supering once, which is not too bad. And then they get 1 million attack stats. So the thing you have to remember about this unit, obviously for this video, we're going to be showing them off, like keeping them on main rotation, but they are designed to be used as a 3rd slot floating support unit. And even for like a pay-to-play team, like I feel like they are a worthwhile unit to bring if you are going to be running the actual like Heavenly Events team with the double Gohans. So we didn't obviously have the greatest rotations to start off with. We're just trying to get those set up now. But I mean, we did find a rainbow friend, Kid Gohan, so he should quite easily finish off Kabe here. I did bring the physical Piccolo on the team as well. Obviously, he has the advantage of being able to see super attacks all the time. And he is probably one of the better link partners for the Piccolo and Krillin that you can actually run on this team. So, I mean, the best rotation for these guys right here are going to be probably this setup here, but with the Kid Gohan in slot 3. So, we can go ahead and have Piccolo in slot 1 here. He won't be able to take out 18 all by himself. She is super attacking in slot 1, so we won't put Piccolo and Krillin there. They're at 136k defense now with the links that they get active. Got quite a few links active this turn actually, so that's not too bad. Their defense definitely jumps up over 150k after supering on this rotation, which is pretty decent. So we'll go ahead and attack with Piccolo first. My Piccolo is rainbowed, he's not link leveled though, but obviously he raises defense on super attack, so he should be pretty good here. Shouldn't take too much damage from this super. The AGL Super Saiyan Youth Gohan that I brought is obviously a support unit for this team as well. He's a little bit outdated now. Like, when he got his Awakening, because he's a World Tournament unit, when he first got his Awakening, he was pretty decent, but he's not quite good enough defensively nowadays. But I think we should actually see, when we get Kid Gohan in that 3rd slot, especially because he is a support unit as well, in terms of defense, their defense is probably going to be getting close to breaking 200k post-super attack. And then, hopefully their super, we should see, what, at least like 1.5 mil from their attack stat. So, go ahead and do this, and then get Gotenks, grab all of these. I mean, this turn is going to be over and done with before we even get to Kabe, so we'll go ahead and let Gohan finish the job here. Because obviously by being hit first, he gets a bunch of extra attack. Yeah, just a casual 4.4 million from this Gohan. This is nowhere near, by any means, his best rotation on this team. And pretty decent attack stat for him. So now we finally have, I believe, there we go. Yeah, we finally have the setup that we want for this Piccolo and Krillin. See, the problem is, as you see here, they don't link with the AGL Gohan at all, which is not the best. Funny story though, from the stream this morning, I actually got the last level 10 link for this AGL Gohan by doing the like 8 stamina story stage to get through to get the medals to awaken these guys. So all the runs on 23-8 that I'd done without getting that final link go up for him. And then we did an 8 stamina story stage and got the final link go up for him. So, but yeah, Piccolo and Krillin, so now they have the full 300% of their passive, and they're getting 58% defensive support from the AGL Kid Gohan. So they are sat at 200k defense pre-super attack. So this is going to go up to, what, like 250 after one super? So if they could double super, then obviously they're going to look really, really strong here defensively. But unfortunately, we don't get to see their actual defensive stat number post-super attack, because it doesn't show up anywhere. It's unfortunate that you don't get to see that for a lot of these units that become very, very good defensively after super attacking. But 1.62, that's not too bad. So they managed to break 1.5 million on their best turn. I mean, as I said, they are meant to be a support unit and they're a free-to-play card, so not getting a crazy high attack stat is obviously not the end of the world. I mean, they tanked the super attack for basically double digits, so that's not too bad. But unfortunately, Gohan here, not getting any benefit from them, no links active from them whatsoever. So really the best setup for this Piccolo and Krillin, as I said at the start, we're keeping them on main rotation because the point of this video is just to kind of show them off and see what they can do under these different circumstances. But realistically, the place you want to use them is on this double Gohan team as a third slot floating unit and running Gohan on both rotations, because then every time they float into slot 3 on that turn, you have a Kid Gohan on the turn, so they're going to be getting their full passive active, foreseeing the enemy super attacks, and as we've seen, like, they can get some pretty good numbers when they are under that particular scenario. So here we're going to see the overly inflated, like, linked up with the... So what do they get from him? Oh, just shouting the limit. Yeah, the overly inflated attack stat from getting the 50% support from Kabe. So there are 157. As you can see, though, not having a Kid Gohan on rotation, not only is he giving 58%, but he's also activating that other part of their passive to give them the 100% extra attack and defense. So I can't avoid a super attack with Piccolo here, which is going to be the Dokkan attack. I will leave them in the middle just because they do have more of their links active if we do that. So we'll go ahead and do this. I'll skip all the nodes with Piccolo just to get it to go by a little bit quicker. Because he should tank this reasonably well. Yeah, double digit damage, okay. I mean, obviously the Android's Infinite Dragon Ball History stage is not the hardest, but because I wanted to bring a team that was built around showing off the biggest numbers we could get out of these guys, like, I wouldn't take this exact team build into one of the harder events in the game, that's for sure. But I just wanted to see exactly what kind of numbers that we could get out of them. And if you think back to, like, I mean, you can try them out yourself because it's a free-to-play unit. If you think back to, like, trying to find the best scenario to use the Zarbon and Dodoria, even post-EZA, I just feel like they look so much worse than these guys. So the 50% support from Kabe, a little bit of a meme. You're never, I would say never, ever, ever going to run them on the same team together. But it was funny to do for this, I guess. We'll go ahead and transform Gotenks here just for fun. Apparently it remembers the settings that the last time I used the emulator to do a run was back when we were doing the cooler EZA, and I switched the active skills to skip because we were using Bardock on the team and transforming him in every single fight. So I turned the active skills off. I actually didn't think it would remember that, because usually when you transfer your account between the devices, it resets all the things like the language settings, which is why my game is pretty much constantly in Japanese, because I always forget to reset it to English when I switch it back over. But apparently it remembers the active skill skip settings, so that's something that we learned today. So let's see one last turn here with the Piccolo and Krillin. We don't have the Kid Gohan on rotation. So go ahead. We didn't get a double super turn out of them in this entire run, which is a little bit unfortunate. But overall, I would say they are a solid unit, worth leveling up. But really, you're only going to be using them on the Heavenly Events team. So if you didn't pull the Kid Gohan, I feel like their value significantly decreases. But I mean, I can't even... I've said it multiple times in this video, but it's just true. Like, they're so much better than Zarbon and Dodoria. And you think about, like, for Global, it kind of makes sense for us, right? Because this unit is coming out after Zarbon and Dodoria. So them being better shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone. But obviously on JP, they came out... These guys came out first, because obviously Zarbon and Dodoria came out for the download celebration, which was on both versions at the same time. So they got a unit come out and get an easy A and be worse than a free-to-play unit that was already out at the time. So very disappointing for Extreme Tech. It's the curse of Extreme Tech again, I guess. But Piccolo and Krillin, definitely very, very good for this team. They are very situational. I think Heavenly Events is kind of the only team where you would really run them. But they're a pretty solid unit. They did reasonably well here. We saw some good numbers. Over 200k defense pre-super on their best rotation is pretty good. So let me know what you guys think down below. Definitely worth farming up. I don't know if I'll link level them, because they are really only restricted to this one team. But overall, I think they are a solid free-to-play unit. Definitely worth farming up here. I think we will go ahead. Let's see this final turn with them here, since we do actually have Kid Gohan on rotation. So we're rocking the 200k defense. They don't get any links with Gohan, so we'll just put them in slot 1. I wonder how well they'll tank this super attack from Cell, considering Cell does do reasonable damage. But they're still taking double digits pre-super, and then 1.6 mil attack stat. We still never got the additional. That's very disappointing, but... yeah, 23k. That's really not that bad. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of them down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.